What is up, everyone? When I left y'all guys, I kind of left like a cliffhanger, you know? What's gonna happen to Fred? Is he ever gonna come back? Yeah, yeah. I'm fine now. I haven't had any, like, you know, I don't know what you call it, any, like, strong feelings to cry or something. No, I haven't had that. Even digging the fucking grave. And let me tell you, because Lindsay was a big dog. Lindsay, like, not a big dog, but she was just big. And she was bloated too, and I'm going to get to that later. But I had to dig it 3 feet across, 2 feet deep. So, from using the shovel, I got a blister right there, and then a blister right there. And I tried to only fuck up one hand. That's what I try to do. When I gotta do something, I try to. That don't sound right. Okay. Let's get to the comments. I'm actually surprised. A lot of people watched the video that I didn't even think would watch the video. You know, I did 2 things because legitimately I didn't want people to watch the video unless they really cared. Okay, 1, the thumbnail is completely black. Nowhere in the video is it completely black. I changed the thumbnail to completely black to kind of draw people away, like, oh, he's just in the dark crying or something like that. Second one, I actually put crying in the title, you know, and that usually lets people know, oh, well, I don't want to watch him and his problems, you know. But majority of y'all people actually fucking did. Like Amise, Token Up TV, CM Connolly, Mystery Queen, and Nick Mad. And there's probably gonna be more people, but like that's just the people that have commented so far in the 3 hours it's been up. Okay. Now this is a good question. Because Nick Mad said, Fred, I'm sorry. Was it sick? Fred, there is nothing I can say, but I'm so sorry. I think she may have had heartworms. And a lot of y'all may be asking, if you thought she had heartworms, why didn't you get her checked out? This is a female dog. And when you get heartworms, your stomach bloats up. And keep in mind, I didn't know this, but my dad knew it, that she wasn't eating. So in my head, I thought, we're gonna have some puppies. I'm gonna make some money off these puppies. Kind of whoring her out, but that's a joke, by the way. That was a fucking joke. I don't legitimately mean that. But you know, I just thought she was pregnant, you know. And then I went in there, and you know, when we took her outside to bury her in the hole, that's when I really realized how big she had gotten. Like literally, she filled up the cage, and this cage is literally like that. She's only about the size of Spanky. Spanky. You see Spanky? She's only the size of Spanky. But she was shorter. She was shorter than Spanky. shorter and, you know, bigger. And she was huge in the sun. Like, I'm telling you. Like, I don't know. It's something that I feel like, you know, I could have changed, but then again, with what money? You know? Because the reality of it is, if my health is fucked, if my dad's health is fucked, you know, if one of our dogs are sick, well, I hope they live. You know? Just being not financially stable. But I'm sorry to hear this. Big shout out to Mystery Queen. There will be a thank you vid. I'm making it now. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's happening now. Oh god. Yeah. See, Sam Connolly, he knew, like, what I was going through. Because, like, my emotions were just jumping all, like, that's why it's better for me to turn on the camera, because I don't do that to myself. I rather do it to a camera than do it to myself. You get what I'm saying? I rather turn on a camera and be like, you killed her, it's all your fault, than sitting there in my head, you killed her, it was your fault, you killed her, it was all your fault, everything around you dies, you know? So you kind of gotta, I don't know, just thank you for everyone. I'm so sorry, Fred, I can't imagine how much it hurts you, but keep your head up. I will. And Token Up said, I'm sorry, Fred. Hang in there, amigo. I'm trying to learn some Spanish, and Migo. I'm trying to say it. Yeah, Nick Mad just said exactly what I was talking about. The vet couldn't really have done anything. And regardless if the vet could have done anything, they're not going to do it for free. I hope everyone knows that. And then people may say, you know, oh, big shout out to Nate B. Nate B just dropped a comment. I'm getting comments as the shit's going. I'm making a thank you vid. Oh well. You're in it now. Big shout out to Nate B. But yeah. I think I'm gonna get up out here. I just wanted to read the comments with y'all guys because I didn't read them yet. I didn't know. Well, that's a lie, because my phone pops up a little bit of it, and none of them looked like bad comments. So I knew I wasn't gonna be like any shit like that, but it was just like, I don't know. The more, well, people who know me, people who are just now subscribed, y'all will learn this. But the more frustrated, stressed I am, depressed, the more I need a camera. Film myself, film something else. Because if I'm sitting there focusing on, oh, I gotta be in camera, oh, I gotta look nice, what am I really gonna do? You know? Whether it's self-harm, whether it's harm to others, whether it's anything. You know, really, what am I gonna do in front of a camera? You know? Because there's been multiple times where I'm just frustrated. And to keep it 1,000 with y'all guys, there's been times where I'm contemplating, I wonder if I should start selling drugs again. And I start thinking to myself how fucking dumb that was at the beginning and how fucking dumb it would be now. Especially now. Especially fucking now with having a son. You know, back in high school, yeah, I could get away with it. You know, I got robbed maybe once or twice, but I got away with it. I got off clean, other than getting robbed, but that was it. You know? But it's just like, morals. It goes back to the last video when I was talking about Lindsay dying. Why is my hat so high? It goes back to my last video when I talked about Lindsay passing away. When I used to watch birds with my grandma out of binoculars. And then when I got older, you know, about 7, 10, I got a BB gun and I started shooting the birds. And then I started wondering, why aren't birds coming around? Because a young mind, they don't fully understand the consequences. You know, they just act on how they act, you know? And to keep, you know, there's some people who never get out of that phase. And there's some people who can barely even remember being in that phase. But I know because, you know, I always get, you know, the childish ideals first. You know, it's always the childish ideals. And then it's usually, okay, but we could change that, and then I just fuck with it, you know? But never once have I, in my adult life, you know, acted on, you know, a childish thought like that. Like, oh, I'm driving down the road, let me run this squirrel over, you know? I had, I'm trying to think of what word to use. I guess, just so we don't disrespect them, I have some friends who, yeah, they would go around driving their Jeep and, you know, trying to hit something, trying to run over something. And I would ask them all the goddamn time, what is the point? We're making roadkill. We're making roadkill. What's the point of that? The wolves are gonna be after it tonight. The wolves. There's no fucking wolves in the city. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I got some wax on this. I was showing MC Connolly. Where is it? But there's actually a face. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. But see, it's a little fish. It's a little fish. But yeah, if you're wondering how the other dogs are doing, I'm actually 1, 2, 3. Junior. Okay, I just wanted them to see you. I didn't want them to think that you're dead. That's not funny. Try to make a joke out of everything. I really do. Chia. I do want to say this before I light this. I know for a fact that my dad is mentally, like, it's affecting him a lot more than it did me. Because me, it was kind of just like, oh, I grew up with this dog, oh, you know, and then, you know, kind of, you know, like, I'm gonna miss her, you know, but I think he's really, I know he's hurt when he starts asking me if I'm hurt. That's when I know that he's hurt. He was asking me, he asked me literally like 4 or 5 times. And keep in mind, Lindsay is, I'm closer to John's dog than I am Lindsay, and I've been living with Lindsay for a while. You know? And it's just like, I hit this and then I forgot what I was talking about. Legitimately, I'm not even fucking with you. I'm not even fucking with you. And look at how it's melting down. That's beautiful, man. Oh, look at all. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah, but, I don't want to say something and it will, like, I don't want to say something and have to be set in stone. So I don't want to say anything, but I've said this before. I'm really thinking about taking a break from music. You know, and I feel like this is just gonna, you know, make me want to take a break from music. You know? Because I've never seen dogs this sad. Like, you legitimately don't know. Like, Spanky looks like he's just missing something. And Junior literally will not leave my side. And if I start rubbing on him, he'll get up here. He'll try to jump up here. And, you know, I've been nice to him. I gave him a bath. After I found her, I gave all of them a bath. Well, after I did my video, my bad. I gave all of them a bath. And, you know, I've been letting him sleep on my bed, but he's down there. Because he wants to be close to someone. And it was sad because when my dad went back to his room, you know, he kind of looked at me. And then he looked at Lindsay's door, and, you know, I was just like, you know, no. You know, because I think it's even harder for them because we took out the cage. My dad decided to take out the cage. So that room is literally empty. You know, it's just a room. And, you know, that's even fucking with me. Not emotionally, but just like mentally, you know, I walk in the room. Oh, yeah. You know, it's just like, and the craziest thing is today feels, it literally feels like it's 9 or like 8 p.m. And you know what time it is? It's not even noon. It's not even noon. That's how much shit I feel like I've been through, you know? So much shit I could probably lay back and just pass out. Because I stressed myself out worrying, you know, when there's nothing I could have done. And then I stressed myself out, you know, when he got here. Because when he got here, here's what happened. Let me tell you all what happened. So he got here, and I met him at the front door. I opened the front door, and he kind of gave me like a, what's going on? You know, he didn't say what's going on, but he kind of gave me the look like, something's up. You fucked up. You fucked up. Something happened. You know? And I just looked him dead in the face, and I smiled, and I said, how's work? And he's just like, oh, what do you think? If you worked 4 hours. I said, if I worked 4 hours, I'd be happy. And he started asking me, so why are you standing around? Why were you outside? And as soon as I started to talk, I said, well, his phone rings. And it's my Nana. So she calls him right when he walks in the door, and I was just about to tell him. And she calls him and is just like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I just got home. And she was just like, Trevor needs to tell you something. And he's just like, well, he's standing right here. He's not saying anything. And I just pointed at the room. I just said, you might want to look in there. And he said, what's wrong? I just said it. Lindsay died. And he's like, what do you mean Lindsay died? And, you know, Nana was still on the phone, and Nana's in there trying to, like, you know, explain to him, you know, like, you could tell it bothered him. Like, you could tell it bothered him way more than it bothered me, you know? He just looked like emotionally defeated, you know? So I just went outside, and I started digging, you know? I started digging, came back inside, told him I was going to have a cigarette, I was going to drink some water, you know? By this time I was sweating, you know? Like I said, I dug a big asshole. And I can just tell something's bothering him. And I know what's bothering him, obviously. And, you know, it's bothering me. It's bothering the dogs. You know. Because she was alive last night. You know, even my... That's another reason why I know my dad was really hurt. Because when he seen her, he was just like, well, she was playing last night. You know, she was playing. And I don't know. I really don't want to talk about it too much. Because obviously I do care. I don't want to cry in this episode. I just want to have, you know, just a nice talk. But yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a lot different. And I think that's the part that's gonna hurt him the most, hurt the dogs the most. You know, I know it's hurting them. You know, but there's not really anything I can do now. You know, other than just try and show them that I love them. You know, I've been trying to do that. Like I gave him all a bath. I told Junior he can sit wherever. He can even sit in this chair. I don't let Spanky sit in this chair, but I will let Junior sit in this chair, because I know what Junior's going through. You know, that was his running buddy. That was his best friend. So I know exactly what he's going through. You know, and you know, I can just look at him and I can tell, you know, he's hurt. You know, he's hurt. They're all hurt. You know, because this morning they were all ready to go. They were all ready to go play, and as soon as they seen Lindsay, just the whole atmosphere changed. The whole atmosphere changed. The whole mood changed. Like, I never seen Junior this calm. If you watch any of my other videos, I'm yelling at Junior, shut up. Please shut up. Get out of here. I've never seen him this calm. Never in my life. Never. Never in my life have I seen him this calm. Never. And even Bobby is acting like he's affected. You know, Bobby, he just, after he seen Lindsay, he just went right back to the room. Right back to the room. He didn't want to go outside. He didn't want to do anything. He just wanted to go right back. You know? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to make an update video thanking all y'all guys who commented and reading y'all guys' comments. So, yeah, not gonna make it too long. So, thank you. So, as always, I hope y'all enjoyed smoking with me. I enjoyed smoking with y'all. And as always, peace out. Love y'all guys.